This is the Ears Up English podcast. English that grows with you. Welcome to Ears Up English, where your listening becomes stronger and your speaking becomes smoother. If English still feels scary or stressful for you, don't worry. We're here to help you enjoy English without fear. Strong ears, strong English. Now, let's begin today's episode.
Hello, everyone. I'm Michelle.
Hey everyone, Robert here. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, Robert, you've got to hear this. I recently read a book by Laura Vanderkam, the time management expert. Honestly, it was such an eye-opener. I mean, it completely changed how I think about time.
I get it. Laura's perspective is sharp. What specifically hit home for you?
To be honest, before reading it, I thought it would be another one of those self-help books telling me to wake up at dawn and take cold showers, or to schedule every minute of my day. But it was completely different. It challenged me with the idea that the busyness and exhaustion we feel might just be an illusion. It was really eye-opening.
I see. We do chant the mantra, I'm busy, I have no time, I'm exhausted every day, but that feeling doesn't necessarily match reality.
Exactly. So today I want to dive deep with you into the commonly believed myths versus the scientific facts that I learned from her book and research. I'm sure our listeners will think, wait, is she talking about me?
Sounds great. I'm really interested in her research data too. Let's start debunking these common myths.
Can I start with the most shocking numbers? Many people believe they have absolutely zero free time, right? I used to think that too. Between work, household chores, and taking care of the kids, I have zero time for myself.
Yeah, that's a common belief among modern people.
But the research says that if you look at the fact that there are 168 hours in a week, you actually have plenty of time.
168 hours. That's 24 times 7 days, so that checks out.
Right. Now let's do the math. Say you work full-time, 40 hours a week, and if you sleep a full 8 hours every night, that's 56 hours. Subtract 40 and 56 from 168, how many hours are left?
Let's see, 72 hours.
Yes, 72 hours. That's the equivalent of 3 full days. When I learned this, I wanted to scream, what? Where did my 72 hours go?
That's a shocking number. But why do we feel like we have no time when we actually have so much?
The research says it's because we only look at time on a daily basis. For example, we focus on our busiest day, like a Tuesday, and complain, see, I didn't have even 1 minute for myself today. By telling ourselves this busy Tuesday story, we become blind to the free time on weekends and the little pockets of time during weekdays.
I see. We have a bias where we think our worst day is our typical day.
Exactly. The research also says people think they work longer hours than they actually do. We tend to overestimate unpleasant or obligatory tasks and underestimate enjoyable activities and sleep time. When people actually track their time, those who claim to work 80 hours a week often find they're not working quite that much.
Ouch, that hits close to home. So what's the action tip for tomorrow to get back those invisible 72 hours?
First, think in terms of the week, 168 hours, not the day. You don't need to balance everything every single day. Look at the whole week from a bird's eye view and find where the gaps are. Just this shift can change your feeling from being chased by time to controlling time.
Let's move to the next topic. Michelle, have you been sleeping well lately?
Well, I've been trying to, but it's weird. This week, I was consciously in bed for 7 to 8 hours, but my body still feels sluggish. I should have enough sleep, but I'm still tired. Is this just because I'm getting older?
No, that's also a common mistake people make. The research says it's not how much you sleep, but keeping the same sleep schedule that matters most for feeling rested.
Rhythm? What do you mean?
Michelle, what time did you go to bed last night? And the night before?
Last night I was watching Netflix and went to bed at 1 a.m. The night before, I was exhausted and crashed around 11 p.m.
There's the problem. Many people get enough average sleep over a week, but their bedtime shifts by 90 minutes or more from day to day. The research says this creates a jet lag-like state in your body.
Wow, jet lag. That description fits perfectly. So I've been jet lagged without even traveling abroad?
Exactly. Your body is confused and doesn't know when to rest. So the tip for tomorrow is super simple. Give yourself a bedtime, not just a wake-up time.
Setting a bedtime? Like when we were kids?
Exactly. Adults manage their wake-up time with alarms, but let bedtime happen randomly, right? Work backwards from the sleep you need and decide, I'll go to bed at 11 p.m. Then set a phone alarm for it. Just this can dramatically change your energy levels during the day.
A bedtime alarm. That makes sense. If you don't set an endpoint, you just drift aimlessly. I'll try it. Back to scheduling. Robert, when do you plan for next week?
Usually Sunday night. I open my planner while feeling depressed that work starts again tomorrow. The classic Sunday night blues.
I used to do that too, but Laura's suggestion is different. She says plan on Fridays.
Friday afternoon? That's when I least want to work.
That's exactly why. The research says Friday afternoon tends to be the most unproductive garbage time. If you can't do big work anyway, the most efficient use of that time is planning.
That's a clever reversal.
Plus, if you plan for next week on Friday, you don't have to worry about Monday during the weekend, right? And Monday morning, you can hit the ground running because you already know what to start with.
True, getting rid of the Sunday night worry is appealing. How specifically should we plan?
Write down top priorities for next week in 3 categories: career, relationships, and self. Not just work, plan who you want to see and what you want to do for yourself.
Including self in the plan is something we forget, but it's important. All right, I'll make Friday afternoon my strategy session starting this week. Let me ask you something. Around 3 p.m., don't you feel your concentration just crashes? It's the witching hour when I crave coffee and chocolate.
Oh, yes. At that time, I'm just staring at my computer screen, but my mind is all about what's for dinner. That's when I think I have neither the energy nor the time to exercise.
Right, that's the trap many people fall into. The research says exercise doesn't steal time, it creates time and energy.
Wait, if I exercise, I'll get tired and have even less time, won't I?
That's the intuitive thought, but the reality is the opposite. The research shows that moving your body for just 5 to 10 minutes during that afternoon tired feeling can dramatically restore energy levels and boost productivity afterwards.
Just 5 minutes?
Yes, a brisk walk or going up and down stairs. One experiment showed that just 5 minutes of stair climbing when tired increased energy levels from 3 to 9. In other words, the time you invest in exercising more than pays for itself through increased efficiency.
I see. Think of it as an investment. Don't rest when tired, move when tired.
Exactly. So here's Tamara's tip. Move by 3 p.m. You don't need to go to the gym for an hour. Just a 10-minute walk will do. Especially when you're busy or tired, dare to move.
Since we're talking about movement, I have a confession. I've repeatedly decided to do yoga every morning and failed. I'm a chronic 3-day quitter.
That's also the perfectionism trap. Many people think if you don't do it every day, it's not a habit. And when they miss one day, they think it's over and quit entirely.
That's exactly me. When I skip one day, the guilt kills my motivation.
But the research says you don't need to measure life on a daily basis. Every day is actually a very high bar. The research says if you can do it 3 times a week, that's enough to establish it as a habit and part of your identity.
3 times a week is enough? I can do that.
Absolutely. You can skip weekends, skip busy days. If you do it 3 times a week, you can proudly say, I'm a person who does yoga.
That's such a relief. From now on, instead of I have to do it every day, 3 times a week is a habit will be my motto.
Back to the nighttime discussion. We talked about setting a bedtime earlier, right? But even when you know you should, don't you end up staying up late scrolling aimlessly on your phone?
Absolutely. It's called revenge bedtime procrastination. I know I should sleep early, but I can't stop scrolling. My heart is screaming, I worked hard all day, so I deserve a little free time.
That feeling is really important. The research says revenge bedtime procrastination comes from feeling like you had zero time for yourself all day.
That makes sense. True, on days when I lived only for work or family, I especially want to stay up late.
Right, because you didn't consciously use those small pockets of time during the day, commutes, waiting times for your own enjoyment, you end up sacrificing sleep at night to get back yourself.
So, what should we do?
The solution is to put effortful enjoyment, like reading or hobbies, before effortless enjoyment, like scrolling on your phone, even for just a few minutes.
Effortful enjoyment?
For example, instead of immediately checking social media during a wait at the supermarket or a spare moment, read 2 to 3 pages on Kindle or watch a hobby video. The research says that even a little active use of time gives you the satisfaction of, I used time for myself today.
I see. If you fill yourself up during the day, you won't need to stay up feeling unhappy at night. Robert, I've learned so much and feel much lighter. But one last thing. Each year seems to pass faster and faster, feeling like it went by in a flash. Is that just because I'm getting older?
That's also due to how the brain works. Many people feel, I don't know where the time went, because every day is the same routine and the brain doesn't store it in memory.
True, I can't even remember what I had for lunch last Tuesday.
The brain compresses unchanging daily life when storing it. That's why time feels short. The research says, to make time feel rich and long, you need adventures.
Adventures? Should I go to the jungle or something?
No. One big adventure, one little adventure per week is all you need.
Like what specifically?
A big adventure is just about half a day, like going to a park you've never been to on the weekend. A little adventure is under an hour, like trying a new restaurant for lunch on a weekday or taking a different route home.
I can do that. Breaking the routine is what matters.
Exactly. By creating memorable landmarks like that, when you reflect on the weekend, you'll think, this week I went there and ate that, and the time will feel much longer and more fulfilling.
Related to adventures, Laura's rule to take one night for you was also impressive.
Using a few hours a week for your own enjoyment outside of work and family care, right? But apparently, this is the rule people resist most. Many feel guilty thinking, if I'm not there, the house falls apart.
I totally get it. If I go out at night, who will check the kids' homework? What about my husband's dinner?
But the research says if you're gone for a few hours, the earth won't crash into the sun and your house won't collapse. In fact, it recommends joining activities that involve commitments to others once a week, like a choir or sports team.
Why activities involving others? Why not just taking a bath alone?
Things you can do alone, like taking a bath, get postponed precisely because you can do them anytime. When work or kids' needs interrupt, you immediately cancel them. But if you have team practice, you'll make time no matter what, right?
True, you need that binding force.
By doing so, you remember that I'm not just a person doing jobs. I'm a human being who deserves fun time. As a result, you're less irritable with your family, which has positive effects.
Hey, Robert, I feel like so many misconceptions have been cleared up today. Can you summarize what we can start doing tomorrow?
Of course. Here's the summary of action tips you can start using tomorrow. 1. Set a bedtime and alarm. Keep your sleep schedule regular and avoid feeling jet-locked. 2. Adopt the 168-hour perspective. Don't try to balance everything in one day. Look at the balance of time across the whole week. 3. Move by 3 p.m. When tired, move your body for 5 minutes to create energy. 4. Plan on Fridays. Get rid of Monday worry and truly enjoy your weekend. 5. 3 times a week is a habit. Lower the bar for building habits. 6. 1 small adventure per week.
Do something new and memorable to stretch time.
Thank you, Robert. I'll start with tonight's bedtime alarm. And tomorrow for lunch, instead of my usual sandwich, I'll take a little adventure to that new deli in the next town.
That's a great plan. Listeners, please try even just one thing starting tomorrow. Escape the narrative of I don't have time and take back control of your life.
All right, everyone. That's today's episode of Ears Up English. Strong ears, strong English. Keep training your ears every day. Try the ideas from today's episode and see how they change your conversations. We'd love to hear how it works for you. And if you enjoy our podcast, we'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss a new episode. Join us again next time for more friendly everyday English. Take care and keep your ears up. Bye.